The best thing about driving trams is the little kids, when they get so excited to see you passing and want you to give them a gong. That's fun. We actually call it a rail square. It's where the tram tracks and the train tracks intersect.
There'll be a signal box there that manually controls the pedestrian gates and boom gates, ensuring that trams have safely entered or exited the rail line. The operator here, we're responsible for controlling those boom gates as well as changing the overhead power. So trams will run on 600 volts and trains will run on 1500 volts. Normally at a level crossing, the boom gates are approach activated. As the train is making its way towards the level crossing, it automatically activates the traffic signals to stop cars, and the boom gates come down. The train then passes through safely. In the case of a tram square, the signaller ensures that trams are safe and clear of the level crossing, and then we manually activate the boom gates, close pedestrian gates, and signal that train through. As the train approaches the tram square, the driver needs to slow their speed to 20 kilometres over the crossing, and they need to be on the lookout for a signal that gives them permission to proceed through that section.
It's important that we move through the rail square slowly. There are things called section isolators, and that's where we can potentially lose power as we're going across the rail square, something we have to navigate through. Accelerate to about 10 kilometres an hour, take your foot off the accelerator and just coast the whole way over. Passenger experience going through the rail square is pretty bumpy.
On a typical day, we can actually see traffic bank up as far as the eye can see. It's heavily impactful on the local community and the drivers of the trains and the trams.
You could have 5 or 6 trains go through and you could lose a lot of time. I've been stuck at the boom gates at Glen Huntly Rail Square for about 12 minutes. The removal of the rail square will mean that we're getting our passengers to their destination in a more timely fashion. The cars won't be getting banked up behind us, so they'll be less frustrated and less likely to do silly things.
Drivers, as they approach or depart Glen Huntly station, will just continue on as though it was any other station on the network. That's going to be of huge benefit to both the drivers and just the local community.